Hey everybody.
What is up?
Welcome back to Service Advisor Memes. Episode, what the hell is it? 12?
Well, we're morons. I don't know if people think that we're morons, because we say it all the time.
Yeah.
But I am a moron.
We're definitely morons.
Yeah.
So I know my limitations. I
Yeah.
can't count and I can't do video production. So that's why we brought in our buddy Matt. So
Thank you, Matt.
thanks for coming out. So,
No problem, it's always fun.
why don't you introduce yourself? What's your background?
Matty Juno, FYM Films. Grew up with Joel, riding skateboards, making music, and got into some fun film stuff. We're also available for weddings.
There you go.
Do you shoot porn?
All the time.
That's his mainstay.
Yeah, right.
You gotta have the bread and butter in the industry, and realistically...
You're probably going to need more butter in that industry, if I had to guess.
Well, yeah, I have been shooting a lot more guy-on-guy stuff, so...
Who's the fluffer?
Well, honestly, he likes to go by, an alias, but he's a pretty nice guy. He does a really good job.
He do things with his one good arm.
Yeah.
That makes you forget about it.
So this is episode 12,
This is 12.
not 13, Joel.
All right.
Next week is 13.
Yeah.
Big 1-3.
I've been feeling so unlucky lately. I thought maybe it'd be 13. So.
Hey, we're just tired from our only day off, pretty much during the week.
2 days off a month. Yeah. Yeah. We'll get on that. We'll start talking about that a little later on. I think some people are talking about the 6-day work week too. So.
Do they really have 6-day work week as advisors? You think somewhere out there?
Yeah. Probably. I kind of do.
Why the hell would you work that?
Because what are you gonna do?
6 days? I mean, that's rough.
Gonna go work at Walmart for $3.12 an hour.
Well, pretty much you could also make $3.12 an hour at a dealership.
That's true.
Depending on how you get paid.
Yep. It feels like this week.
But yeah, thanks a lot, Matt, for coming aboard.
Yeah.
It's all good times, right?
There we go. We get some videos. It's gonna be better all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll have some nice editing.
Well, it is 2015, I mean.
I know we're so 07 right now. It's
Yeah.
not even real.
Kids still got an iPhone 3.
I think I'm just a little older than some of the other people. I missed that whole video, YouTube, and like some people can't. They don't do the Facebook. I think I'm just a little later on like that with the video. Yeah.
Well, I think both of us are.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
From that generation.
So what's going on, fuckers?
Yeah. How you doing? How was your week? Was it fucking terrible? Was it fucking great?
Yeah, Joel. Why don't we start? Why don't we start off the show with what we were talking about this week as far as sales. We're mostly service, obviously, but we're gonna talk about sales for a little bit.
We're talking as a dealership. Okay, so if you're listening to this from an independent, you're probably gonna be like, "What the hell are they talking about?"
Right.
So, basically, I was thinking about I had a kind of an epiphany this week, and that's basically that all of the shortcomings in service tend to benefit sales.
Yes, I agree with that. This makes sense.
So, being open on days when there are no rental cars, when there's no shuttle, hours of the night when none of this shit's available, when you can't get parts,
Right.
it doesn't really help service. It helps sales.
Right.
Okay? And then also loading up the schedule on a Saturday morning, 7 to 9, with 40, 50, 78 cars, and making those people wait 2 to 3 hours also helps sales because people get bored.
Right.
And then they wander around and then they might go buy a car.
Right.
And what better day to stuff them in there than on a
As
Saturday?
on a week, yeah,
when everyone
Saturdays
else
and
comes to buy a
Sundays.
car.
I think that's why, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody's dealership is open Sundays, and we never name names. We're not,
no proper names.
No, but I mean, we are open on Sundays, and I think most of it was to benefit the sales department.
Right, because like we talked about, they go, well, we got to be competitive with the retailers like, Sears and those guys that are open on Sundays too. But the concept behind that from Sears is also a sales-driven concept. It's not to get you to sit there while they put tires on your car.
Right, they want you to walk around the store.
Exactly, and go buy shit. So it's taken on, it's not taking on something to help the service customer, it's to help the sales customer.
And I don't know if, since you brought up Sears, if you've been in a Sears in Roebuck.
I think Roebuck had a throat slit thrown in the fucking river somewhere.
It's all Kmart now anyway.
Right?
So I mean, when Roebuck leaves, I mean, who's next in line? Joe Buck? I mean, seriously.
Roebuck.
But if you've been in a Sears, right, you know, as you come out the automotive center, they have their most attractive, lucrative
Weightlifting
things.
equipment.
There's weightlifting equipment. There's the lawn, you know, like
Right.
the
man shit.
The man shit, exactly.
You're not seeing the lingerie.
Yeah, no
right outside.
bustiers outside, you know, fucking.
Yeah.
But that's not true. It's not just men's shit. Because if you notice, right when you get to the end of that aisle where your lawnmowers and your weightlifters are on either side, what's directly in front of you? Home appliances.
Right.
New fridges. They
Yep.
got that shiny ass stove sitting
Oh,
right
yeah.
there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, load you right up. So after they reamed you on a set of tires.
Oh yeah. Get our credit card. Buy now.
Yeah.
Low monthly payments.
Yeah. So, you know, they added this day in on Sundays for service. But again, there's no parts availability. There's no shuttle driver. There's no rentals, you know.
There's no nothing. It's like we're in 1812.
So
That's what it's like working on
We're doing a
Sundays.
disservice to service.
Right.
You're doing the job, the arm tied behind your back.
Right.
You know, and then plus they're doing a kind of a disservice to the client because we can't offer all the stuff that we normally could offer during the week.
Right.
So what is the benefit? Is it convenient to them because they can't get down there the first 136 hours of the day or the week rather? You know, are we doing them a disservice or are we servicing sales and helping sales get more traffic on
it's
Sunday, which would otherwise be a nothing dead day? So now they have a reason to go down there so that traffic is cresting the entryway to the driveway. You know what I
Right.
mean? Whereas before they would only get the sales guys, well now they get both. So it really seems like it's a sales orientated.
And our dealership conveniently has a help desk.
A concierge, if you will.
A help desk that is there for to help people, but they're
To
really
your
there.
phone.
They're really there to poach service
Oh
customers.
yeah, they come running right
They
over.
just pick them off, dude.
Yeah.
It's like you're a Vietnam sniper or something, or American, sniper.
Yeah.
They're just picking the fucking
Those
customers
old
off. dude.
cartoons with the vultures sitting up on the
Yeah.
fucking fence post. Yeah. Waiting, you're like a wounded fawn in
Yeah.
the forest.
Yeah, the seagull, like the little seagulls, they come down and just pluck your food and shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had one the other day I was telling you about.
Yeah. You
Fucking-
were talking to the client about how good their car is.
Yeah, the
what
car
their
was a
shape it
2001 and it had 80,000 miles. The thing was pristine.
Perfect, like first.
I
kid
said
car.
I said the word pristine, which I would never say out loud to anybody in public, but I, as an advisor, we have to put on the act, and I said the word pristine.
Yeah.
And the person at the help desk heard this, and 2 hours later, after the client had authorized a good job, over $2,000. 3 salesmen came up to my desk and wanted to know where the car is so they could appraise it. It's such bullshit, man. Like I don't like we talked about. Set up
Yeah.
a service desk. I'll offer a credit card.
Yeah, could you imagine if we had a help desk of
Right.
sales?
Yeah.
And we're like, you don't want to spend fucking $300 a month for life,
Yeah.
What do you need, a muffler?
Yeah.
How about 210 right now, cash deal?
I've always laughed about. Oh, I can't spend $1,000 for tires, but I just bought it. Then they buy a new car.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't afford the payment for the tires, but they can perpetually do $189 a month. Don't got $1,000, but they got $189 a month. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
But getting back a little
It's all
off.
sales driven though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a little off subject, but getting back to what we were saying, where we were going with how we were saying the dealership is divided into like countries.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So sales is like the big. I don't want to.
Russia.
Yeah, well, even Germany from the
They're like,
40s, dude, just fucking, this.
I was just gonna say that, dude. That's exactly what sales
They're
is.
either like
considered.
that or like England, like 1440s.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's my day job, sales guy, in a dealership and a lot.
Yeah.
I work at a used lot, but realistically, the sales guys are all like dude. You start off 10 pegs below everyone else. Like I remember the first day I'm at this dealership, I'm like, dude, if you get this inspection in for me so I can spot this, I'll buy lunch tomorrow. Dude's like, yeah, sales guy making a promise. I bring him a sub, ask him what he wants around 11. I'm like, oh yeah, he's like, steak, cheese. I bring it in, he's like, holy shit, a sales guy that keeps his word. What is going like?
Oh yeah. The old, just tell them it covers everything.
Right.
Fucking warranty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you just pour it in there. They'll take right care of that.
And I think service is like Uganda.
Yeah.
We just get shit on. Like, what's the wedding thing that you always say, that we're always
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Recon's Cuba.
Well, except I don't think it's quite as bad as Uganda. I mean, it's like, maybe in terms of like how it smells and looks.
How about New Jersey? I think New Jersey is the armpit of the nation.
See, we were talking about like a country like Uganda could totally vanish off the map and no one would give a shit. But I think if service disappeared, it would be a little uncomfortable because there wouldn't be anybody to do the PDIs or the WEOs in the first
all
oil
for
change.
sales.
All for sale. The first oil change for sales.
Yeah.
Put your little door edge guards on there and your little pinstripe that you charge $1,000 for.
What? Sales is freaking. They're like Germany from the 40s, man.
Yeah.
They're just.
They're using service as a tool to ping pong the ball back
Yeah.
up into sales.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it is.
That's what we're trying.
We're the fucking backdrop. Okay, they're the hoop, they're the net, and we're the fucking backboard.
Yes.
That's all it is. So you can sink the ball off of us into the fucking net. You know.
Or better yet, what a funnel looks like. We're the top, just stirring around the shit, and sales is the funnel.
We're like when that quarter goes in, one of those, help the homeless forgotten. It goes in there, and the quarter goes down the funnel.
Mm-hmm.
You know those donation things.
Yeah.
We're like at the outer rim.
So the quarter never touches us. Is that what you're saying?
It just slowly goes around, but when you get down to the center, which is sales, it fucking whips its way into the fucking cash vault.
Yeah.
Down below.
Into the black hole.
Yeah. Into the crevasse of the black hole.
Well, what country would you consider parts to be?
Switzerland.
Just
'cause
there,
they're never
not just not giving a
Now
fuck.
stay neutral.
They never get in trouble for not ordering the part, and they have so many typical excuses like the truck was delayed.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Every day it's delayed.
Yeah.
Sounds like you need a new truck, or
Yeah,
or they sent the left side and we had ordered the right side.
Parts is it's unbelievable the shit those guys get away with.
Have you ever, in your history of your life, had one of them say, "I forgot to fucking order it"?
No.
No, of course not.
No. I don't think I've ever heard that ever from from a parts person.
And it's happened. I mean, I used to be a parts guy.
Just to prove the point, you notice he automatically said sales when it was a negative thing.
Well, that's why I corrected myself and said parts.
Parts.
But sales, don't get me going on sales.
Yeah.
But no, parts is like Switzerland. They like easiest job. They don't have to deal with people. Very seldom do they have to deal with people. They have to deal with them on the phone.
Yeah, or the internet.
Right.
Yeah.
The internet.
Yeah.
Right. Tough gig. Watching YouTube and fingering your dick holes all day.
Yeah, we were gonna get into parts guys. We were talking about that, like.
Yeah, they've gotten they've gotten off easy.
Yeah.
Since all the shows actually, so time to go on a parts page.
Parts page. They this week we didn't have a tie rod in stock for a car, and so I call him Rory. Rory in parts calls up and he's like, "We don't have this tie rod." Well, okay, like there's an appointment and already in the system, they're already booked and ready to roll. Like,
yeah,
go find one. Oh Jesus, I'm gonna have to call Larry's Parts Emporium, Parts Palace, you go parts. Like I'm like, yeah, you might have to do that shit.
Yeah.
And so
they just want to make one phone call and be done with it.
Right.
Or whatever they have in stock is perfectly okay.
Here's your $1 million fucking idea. How about you make an app that hits all the parts places? That way these assholes don't have to say that anymore.
Right.
It just goes boop, and they probably already have it.
Yeah, of course they do.
Yeah, it's called Google.
And what's amazing to me is we have about 8 to 9 Rorys.
8 to 9 Rorys back there. Yeah.
Okay, and you call them and say, for example, "Hey, I ordered this tire. Is it gonna be here?" Well, no, we don't have it. But a place down the street has it, but we can't go get it. You're gonna have to go get it.
Right.
That's like
it's literally 2 blocks away.
That's not my job.
Yeah.
So out of 8 to 9 Rorys back there, you can't fucking send one of them.
They could probably start like one of those human chains and pass the fucking tire to each other. There's so many of them, and they wouldn't even have to drive over there and get it.
Imagine.
Fucking hilarious.
Imagine a fucking What was that fucking horror movie, the human centipede?
Oh yeah.
Imagine like a huge parts human centipede.
They could just eat and shit apart to each other from the fucking this distant vent. Like they're going to fucking Mordor. You know, like.
Thing pukes a crate motor.
Yeah.
That's like the pipeline to
Oh.
you send it through.
You're gonna have to get Frodo to go there.
But he lost the clutch ring.
If for some reason there's just a random Ewok walking around too.
Yeah. So Rory finally, I'm like, dude, find the fucking part, you know. And 20 minutes later, he's like, I found one. I'm like, okay, I'm expecting it to be in like Bogota, you know, something far. And like, he's like, oh, it's 20 miles up the road. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, get it. And he's like, we can get it, but you're gonna have to find someone to go get it, like you just said.
Yeah.
I'm like, Rory, that's not my job, dude. That's your fucking job.
Yeah.
He's like, no, you should have called me ahead of time. I'm like, what? It's
So,
a Taiwan.
should I called you 5 minutes ago?
They stack well. I'll tell you what, Rory. When you get one, buddy, get two.
You might want to have two.
Yeah, I mean, how much room does a fucking Tyrod
I mean,
take up?
Not to mention,
You
they're
know?
probably 85 cents.
I'm not looking for a hood cowl on an F700.
People
you
like
know?
pairs.
Yeah.
Get them in pairs.
I'm sure in the history of our dealership.
Let's name a couple
gonna
things that
sell
we
a
can
ton
think
of
of pairs. Tits.
Yeah.
I like a pair of tits. Matt, what's a pair of something you like?
I was gonna say tits too.
All right, well he likes
All right,
tits
a
too.
pair of twins with big tits.
There you
You
go.
can't have twin. You can't have one twin. Like,
Yeah.
they can't come out in one.
All right, so twins
Well, is that-
naked
would
in
that-
my bed with big tits.
Would that be like a Siamese twin? Like if it survived, it's
You're
just
talking
the,
about a
it's
conjoined
just
twin.
the twin.
Yeah, you're talking about a conjoined twin.
Joel, something in the pair that you like.
Something in a pair that I like. This is like I'm like, give me Pepsi. You know, like Family Feud. You're like, good answer, good answer. Fucking Richard Dawson's gonna come and kiss my wife.
It's gonna be number one, Joel.
Yeah.
It's gonna be number one.
Let's see.
Who's isn't it?
How about a paradise?
Yeah, hey, I see what you did there.
But a pair of dice, like when you're shooting craps. Okay?
There you go.
Because my phone number is 0711, so I like to shoot. You know, it's like shooting dice. You know. Yeah.
That looked funny how you just like
Shooting dice.
shoot.
Does anybody know how to play craps really?
And yet he still hasn't answered
I
the
don't.
question.
What's that?
He did.
I said a pair of dice.
Yeah, it's still not a pair of something.
A pair of
A
dice.
Paris Hilton.
Much better.
What happened to Paris Hilton?
She's counting her millions. Busy out
Do you think she's coked out somewhere, or
busy out there
like just?
counting her millions and millions of dollars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Remember that show?
What was it like?
Paris
Dumb
Hilton.
Girls?
Yeah, fucking Dumb and Dumber. Fucking. Remember, it was her and her friend.
Lionel
What was it
Richie's
Nicole? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they put Lionel on it?
Yeah,
They
right.
should have had a show about Lionel Richie. That would have been interesting.
Lionel Richie.
Not
and
really.
Bruce Jenner.
No. Yeah. What the hell? Have you seen that? How is that?
He's
Don't
turning
pick
into-
on her too much.
He's
No,
turning
I'm
into-
saying
crime.
the Jenner, Bruce,
He's turning
whatever.
into a woman.
He's
He's
fucking.
like Liz Taylor.
He's
She's a good looking woman.
I've seen better heads on cabbages.
He's a
Jesus
state-
Christ.
He's a very stately woman.
Yeah.
Maybe him and Mina Caputo can hang out.
Yeah, right.
But get back to what you're saying. I mean, freaking parts, man. Like, just go get the shit. Like, that's not my job to go find somebody.
And
to.
they have 19 fucking parts drivers out.
I know.
Yeah. Why can't these dealerships all come up with like a relationship with each other that says, yeah, you'll send it to me today, and I'll get you next time. I'll scratch your back, scratch mine. But instead, I'm like, don't they have a truck that comes here anyway? Like, oh no. I'm like, really? When the largest city in New Hampshire, none of their fucking vehicles are gonna pass by here? You know, like, come on.
And the amount of fucking cushion like in that fucking parts price, guys. I don't know if there's any parts managers or anybody from parts that listens to the show, but you fucking think we rip people off, dude. Holy shit balls.
I've seen 300% markup recently.
Yeah.
The other day it was 300%.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and then we wonder like sometimes why we have no business.
Right.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. So I did put up the post today. I said like, are you busy? And it seemed like a lot of people were busy. But like,
Yeah.
you were saying Saturday it wasn't very busy.
No, Saturday
It's
was
been that- it
not
seemed
that
like this
busy.
whole month.
This was the first Saturday I've worked in a while that hasn't been pretty busy.
Yeah. My last Saturday wasn't busy either. I haven't been busy all month. And like, what I always thought was like historically is like this time of year you got people's we're gonna owe taxes is looming in a couple
Yeah,
of
that's
weeks.
true.
You know, there's people that owe a lot of money, so
Yeah.
you know they don't want to pay, so they're like, I'm not gonna fix the car. I'm gonna wait till after tax season.
Nobody wants to
Yeah,
pay
but
for anything.
That depends on the dealership you're at, too.
That's true, but I mean, we're kind of in the economy dealership,
So you're
we're
gonna
not
be
doing
doing
But we
Ferraris.
shouldn't. We shouldn't be.
We've made that though, and this will bring up a good point. Like we were talking about.
Right.
I also posted about like, what kind of advertising do you do and what kind of specials do you run? And
Right.
dude, a lot of the places don't run specials.
No.
Like they said, other than the manager's oil change rotate $39.95.
Right.
Everything else is what it is.
We have the best tire deal in town, hands down. Hands down.
We will lose money on tires.
Hands
Like,
down.
That's the deal that we
And
come up with.
you know how many
That we
people?
usually do.
You know how many? You know how many people probably know about it? Probably just our customers who happen to walk in the door that day. If
Right.
they advertise, we have home of the best tire prices. Had an advertisement out there, we'd be fucking selling tires.
Now, how would you advertise it? Would you do it as a radio ad, a TV ad, a print ad? 'Cause
Everything, both.
Yeah, 'cause
radio and television.
I think it's really weird that like how we talking service is a tool for sales, right? Like, but you don't see sales ads on television. So if the service is a tool, why can't it also be a tool through advertising? Because you sure as hell, like you said, you're gonna need an oil change more than you're gonna need a new car.
Right.
So why don't you advertise or tires? Why don't you advertise tires? The people that are going to
Wherever.
Christina's Crystal Palace of tires.
Yeah.
They're going to come in because you have the lowest price on tires. That's a
Right.
consumable. Everybody's going to need it.
Well, that's why people buy tires at Sam's Club and shit, because they're cheap.
Right. But we can beat them now.
Right.
At a loss.
Right.
Right. We'll even lose money.
That's what I'm saying, but nobody knows about it.
Exactly.
It's crazy
It's
that.
probably the best driver of traffic out there.
Yeah.
To lose is what we call that is a true loss leader. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, but why not go ahead and get that stuff, going and taken care of and
Right.
make an ad for it? I don't understand why there's no television ads on the, for service. It's a bizarre thing.
Right, and
yeah.
you're going to advertise for service. It's a man thing, so I'd advertise when a basketball game's on or something, or some
Right.
sporting event.
Yeah, Bassmasters.
Yeah.
Right. Maybe put it on the Penthouse channel. Whatever.
Yeah. But parts is just ridiculous. We're going back and forth here, but most cushiest job in a dealership, hands down. Hands down. Guys, get your shit together. You're gonna be on the mechanics meme thing with me. Fucking. Speaking of mechanics memes, fuck you.
Yeah.
Go fuck
Yeah.
yourselves.
Think about this though. Every department in a dealership, it's like ingrained in your DNA. Okay, if you're a recon dude, it's ingrained in your DNA that sales is Satan. And then it gets a little better as you go down. The service managers don't mess with you too much because you're just a vac and wash guy. So as long as the people are, as long as you did the windows and washed the car, you're good to go. But sales are the ones that really get it from everybody. No matter what they
Deservingly
do.
so. Deservingly so. Because I don't know if you've listened to the show, but sales will say anything to get you to buy a car.
It's like making,
They will lie to your face. They'll lie to you. They'll say what you want to hear
Mm-hmm.
to get you to buy the car.
I sell cars. I know.
And customers don't forget that.
Right.
And then what happens is,
And then then it ends up in our lab.
right, and then the lies and deceit from sales is carried down to us. Then they get pissed at us where we had nothing to do with it because the salesman wanted to fucking lie about it.
And then what happens? They say, "Oh yeah, we'll take care of that," because they're so excited. They're like holding their shiny new sale. Woo,
Yeah.
woo, and
They're
then
like,
yeah, and then it's like, "Yeah, baby, you're the most beautiful thing ever." Yeah. Oh yeah, of course I love you. Yeah, right. Yeah, and then like
Free oil changes for life. You got it.
Yeah, and then like a month later, you told me, what was her name? What was that? Oh, Susanna.
I never said that.
Janessica. What was your name? They forget her. You know what I mean? And it's like, but in the moment, they're into it.
Oh yeah.
So like the person shows up, and they're like, oh yeah, Lawrence said that he was going to take care of this up in sales. He said to just come see you guys, and it's a $700. Yeah, we'll just take care of it.
Yeah.
And then now it's 6.5 weeks later after they bought the car. So then you go up to sales to say, hey, Lawrence is here to get that shit you promised him. And they go, well, we don't have that on the wheel.
More lies.
We don't have that on the record.
More lies.
Who said that?
More lies.
Who said, hey, Lawrence said that.
Yeah. Why
Hey,
don't you?
Lawrence, did you say that to them? And then it's like, oh, dude, I never said that.
Yeah.
And honestly, he probably doesn't remember saying.
Right.
You
Because
know?
he was so like
Yeah.
busy blowing his load and like.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. And so then then you can't get help from those guys. They're like, here's what you do. Why don't you tell the customer it's going to be, $1,400, and we'll split it with them. You know what I mean? Like, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
You know,
right.
you said you're going to take care of it. The guy said he's going to take care of it. Take care of it.
But that's the problem. It's a management problem. The sales manager.
But it starts with the salesman or woman.
The salesman put his foot in his mouth by saying everything would be taken care of.
Right, and
Don't
because
worry
they
about
just-
it. Just pull in.
They want to make the sale.
Right. Because if you said, you might have to live with it, they'd probably be like, oh, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the videos.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah.
You know, it's not needed.
The bullshit.
No, it's not.
How do you think that a company like Tesla, where you can just order it online, is going to ultimately long-term affect the dealership world? Do you think
What are we ordering?
car? You can order a Tesla on their website. You don't have to deal with the fucking bullshit of going in and meeting the guy Smiley with his tie and fucking tassel loafers. Blowing some fucking witch's Warcraft up your fucking whizzle. You know? Yeah. You just go online.
Like Dr. Phil.
You could be wearing your cock ring and
tie.
your fucking S&M boots and order a fucking Tesla on the internet. If you sit there in your nakedness.
Dumb.
Yeah. But the only thing everyone always says, the salesmen always say, is they go, well, I still want to test drive it. Which is true. But what they're going to do is have outside sales reps so they can bring you one.
Right.
You call corporate and you say, hey, I'm meeting with,
I want to do a test drive.
with
Right.
Zachary on Monday. Bring me the Type S over.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'll just bring one out to you. And then you just drive it.
We should do that.
What's that? Become that guy?
Yeah,
Outside sales?
If we could get a fucking Tesla
I
rep to
think
bring us a car, and we could do the show,
Yeah.
get it taped.
The 4-door.
How fucking awesome
now.
would that be?
That new 4-door.
Oh, yeah, it's like
coming
30
out?
grand.
Yeah, 30 to 35 grand. I mean, that's what a new Honda will cost you.
Well, I don't know if we talked on the show or not, but I know Steve and I have talked. Like in 10, 15 years, 90% of the cars are going to be electric anyway. New cars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Dude, they can do 0 to 60 in 2.5.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Fastest motorcycle in the world is an electric motorcycle.
they just got to wait for the price point to come down so they're not, 80 grand.
And the damage producing the batteries does
Right.
to the environment.
Right. Yeah.
One battery in one Prius does more damage being made than a Hummer H2 will do its whole time on the road.
Yeah, we don't even know about, because I did salvage, for many years. We don't even know what the VOC gas outlaws are going to be, or emissions ramifications are going to be over 50 years.
Right.
And that's the batteries crack open. It's going to be like the ooze, the secret of the ooze on TMNT there, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Part 2, the secret of the ooze, when they go crawling that shit. That's what's going to happen with all those Prius.
Isn't that how they
batteries.
turned into turtles?
Yeah.
So you're
right,
saying-
they got into the radioactive ooze.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
make sure I'm listening correctly, and I know I'm jumping in late here, but
Yes.
you're saying Prius owners are going to turn into turtles.
They could if they're battered. I'm saying if they happen to build their house upon their 50-year-old cracked out old Prius batteries, and then the ooze came out and they crawled into it. They could turn
Maybe that's the next recall.
I think that this
You
is a good movie
you gotta
for
change
sci-fi.
you gotta change your
Yeah.
Prius battery because you could turn into a
Slightly
Ninja
mutated
Turtle.
Prius kung fu rabbits.
You could turn into a Ninja Turtle from your Prius battery. It's the new recall coming out.
But since you guys are service guys, I'm fixed car, I grew up around cars, all that. But what do you really think is going to happen if it goes to electric? Because think about the whole auto industry, right? Completely as a whole, from scrap yards all the way down to the guys that recycle the metals and all that stuff, right? How is this going to affect everyone? Mechanics, like you service.
I don't think it necessarily. The only people it will affect would be oil company, right? Gas. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, so you're saying it's going to be
What about
every
crane
car's going to be
cams?
completely electric.
What's that?
Crane cams. Just use an example of or anything like that.
Oh, internal. You talk about internal combustion parts manufacturing.
The whole industry.
Well, there's
from
still going to be
point A-
guys that still have old shit boxes though, like me. I have 48 Dodge.
Yeah, but they'll still take, because there's some fucking techie people out there. They'll just take these, computer, modules and just fucking take them apart and rebuild them.
Yeah, but no, I'm just
So
saying,
it's
as
from
a
a
whole on
scrap.
the
I know,
industry,
but from a scrap standpoint, you're still gonna have that. It's
20
just gonna
years
be
down
different.
The road, how do we really see it? You know, how do we see, like, will these electric cars, will it be to that point where, like, the kids are like they're doing now with their Hondas and stuff, with the ECUs on the laptop out there trying to win races by plugging in, you know, different airflow and gas flow, you know. Or is it just gonna,
What happened just to regular racing? Hey, I'm gonna fucking get in my car, and you're gonna get in yours, and we're gonna just fucking stomp that gas pedal until one of us loses. Now they're fucking typing in codes,
Yeah,
up, down, left, right, select A, B, start.
Of, like, us when we were kids and we were in our garage advancing the timing on our 84 Rabbit GTIs to get that extra kick when we took off in first.
You know, here's the truth of everything. You know, the truth of everything is that it's going to reach a pinnacle because you're going to be able to say, "Good morning, computer. I want to make a 310 horsepower car today. It's going to weigh 3,200 pounds." And the computer's going to go, boom, and it's going to have the perfect aerodynamic body shape and size. It's going to have all of this shit that's ever been, you know, constructed in the history of man into the motor. Every fucking brainchild engineer's fucking thought process is going to be in that, and it's going to be the pinnacle design. And if you deviated from that design, then you're not going to have the most efficient, best product out there. So at that point, that means that theoretically, they're intentionally dumbing all that stuff down, right?
Right.
Because you can come up with the ultimate shape now, and you can come up with the best performance engine.
Right.
But if you did that, then the shit might not break as much, so now you're not going to have as much service. So they tend to try to intentionally build it to spill. You know?
Everything I think eventually will go through like completely full electric, and I think that's because of government regulations. Because heaven forbid we have a little fucking smog in the air, you know, like fucking oh no.
Well, not only that, but we can give the big old middle finger to the fucking Doonies over there, you know.
Yeah.
Finally, it'd be like, keep your fucking oil.
The DCs.
Maybe you can cook with it.
Yeah. Fucking here. This is why you're fucking 1,000 years behind the times.
Oh Christ, you know.
Hey, people can watch you live right now on Twitter through my page.
Interesting.
Through my feed.
All right.
You guys are live. They're broadcasting live right now
sweet.
on Twitter.
So, another thing that I wanted to talk about this week, and I made a post on the page, was car washes.
Right.
I mean, I don't think a car wash is beneficial for anybody. You know, except for the customer who.
Right.
I've never. In this industry, like, had so many people ask. They're always looking for free shit.
Right.
Where's my free wash? Where's my free this? It's like, it's a complimentary wash.
I think I commented on it. Does the doctor fucking scrub your balls? You know, when you go into him.
No, but if he did, I think everybody would go.
Yeah,
I'd
free
go.
Ball scrubbing.
Fucking, I'd go.
I
They should offer a fucking ball scrubs at the fucking hairstyle places. You know, the fucking ones with those like red and blue signs.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Well, you go to rubmats.com. You can look that up and you can find those kind of places.
Get a ball scrub. Sign me up.
Yeah, a little. Maybe it's like with a loofah.
Yeah.
And some of that. What's that grit paste shit that the fucking chicks use? You know. You ever experiment with your lady's toiletries in the shower? Like, what the hell does this do? You know, it's like
I'm afraid to touch half of it.
Chamomile honey sponge.
Yeah. You could have just bought a 99-cent fucking sponge. It would have done the same thing.
Go get one of those fucking what's his name, Mr. Clean. Get one of those.
Yeah.
Or Bro.
Magic eraser.
Yeah. Magic eraser. I love the term loofah.
Loofah. Yeah. Did you know? I love my wife, but she told me, I learned this from her because she's smart. She says, you know that loofahs have a shelf life of like 3 months. Did you know that? I didn't know that. You got to throw them away after like 3 months because they lose their effectiveness.
Well, is a loofah like those like spongy like that?
It's like a poof.
Yeah, the poof.
Yeah, it's like a knitted poof.
I love how the poofs start off like this, and then by the time you're done with them, they're like fucking beach balls.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She said, and if you use it for more than 3 months, I think it turns.
But it's great. Like you can fucking, you have the whole thing. You can just get it with one wipe, man. Like fucking.
A loofah blowout. You know? It's
like the Pauly D blowout, the loofah blowout.
It's like a broken ravioli. All up over you.
Oh Jesus! Don't get me going with women, please.
But the car wash. Call that a callback. The car wash. I'd say 1 out of 20 people I see or get in is like, it'd be really nice if you guys would wash the car. Instead of asking you, would you mind? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They say that, because they know you're gonna be like, I'll just give it to you, because you're probably gonna be a bad survey if you don't. So why don't they just say, can you just wash the car? Because most of the time I'm like, I have nothing else to do. So why not? You know what I mean? So I'll help them out. But like, I think it's going to become an industry standard, unfortunately. But then where do you draw the line? Do you have to do a vacuum too? Do you have to do tire dressing? Or?
Well, it's the thing. It's just gonna evolve.
Yeah.
Like, you start off by trying to do something nice, and like it's. I was in a dealership where it started as just a nice cleaning, and then people started saying, "Well, how come you don't vacuum it?"
Right.
And it's just gonna keep spiraling. Like, by the time now, you're gonna be giving full fucking details to every car, dude, because everybody's afraid of a
I
fucking
think this
survey.
falls under the old every favor's punished.
Yes.
Scene. There's some guy who was working in service one day, and he's like, I think it'd be a nice gesture to wash this car.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna up the game of this whole place. I'm gonna wash every car.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's like dominoed. But I guess it's like a magnet where like you're gonna not only you're gonna attract new steel, but you're also gonna attract rusty shit steel.
Yep.
So you get the fucking good customers who are like, hey, thanks for the wash, and you're gonna get the cunts that are like, oh, you didn't get underneath the rocker panel.
It's a fucking complimentary wash.
Yeah.
Did you have to fucking do it, bitch?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Well, I'm a good client here. I come here all the time.
Good for you.
Oil change.
Yeah, good for you. Yeah, you come here all right.
Mm.
Yeah, I've had people
Maybe you're a
say,
little too good.
I only come here because it's so cheap, I can't even buy oil
yeah.
and a filter for that.
We have a friend that's a foreman at another shop that I don't know if he listens to the show or not, but this guy's a master technician, comes to us because the oil is cheaper than he can buy it for.
Yep.
And this is a guy that damn knows well how to change oil.
Oh, yeah.
And has the means. He's got a
So,
8-bay facility.
if any managers are listening, service managers, you might want to just up the price of the oil change.
But people will say no, Stephen. They won't come in anymore.
Well, then good.
Yeah.
Those are the fucking cheap fucking pricks
Oh.
that you can't, that you don't
listen,
want.
Hey, now,
There's always an opportunity.
Hey, listen, this might be the time. They're gonna need something sometime. This might be the time. So
There's always an opportunity, Joel.
yes, it just presents opportunities for sales to sell cars.
Yes.
And it presents an opportunity for service to upsell on parts. You're gonna need brakes
No,
in 2,000 miles.
no, they got a
You're gonna
guy
need
for
this.
that.
They have a guy for that.
We have a guy for that. It's like a fucking mafia in Jersey.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, you got a tax guy? No, listen, hey, you come on, my guy. I got a guy that does the tax. Come on, hey, listen, you need flooring? Hey, I got a guy. Like, you don't want, no, don't do my flooring. I got a guy. It's
a
always
guy.
I got a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who
but
is
he-
this fucking guy?
But he can't do fucking oil.
Who's the fucking guy? I want to meet him. Is he Chuck fucking Norris?
And he can't get a fucking deal on oil, apparently. So if you're an oil
Yeah.
rep, why don't you go sell that oil to the other guy?
To the guy. There's that the one guy.
For no money.
It's probably Rory's father.
Yeah.
He's the guy.
Rory and Park's dad.
Oh, you mean Rory?
Yeah. Rory's dad.
Yeah, Rory.
Fucking.
Yeah.
That's just. I love that. That's the parts names. Rory's.
Rory Senior, Rory Junior.
Hashtag Rory's.
Rory at the helm. Hey, when you call parts tomorrow, Steve, you gotta say, "Hey, Rory.
Yeah.
Hey, I need some price on pads." Oh, you're taking a loss on these. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
I love it. Brake rotors, for example. We'll just say $120.
Yeah.
I need a price on aftermarkets. $109.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking. Who are you trying to fool?
And then if you're in ADP, you can
Yeah.
hit DC.
DC.
Display cost, and then you can see what they're paying.
At what they're actually
And you
paying, and
call-
you will fucking. You know what? If you want to get upset, I would definitely hit DC, and then you will be on the floor in
Especially
amazement.
after you call him and you're like, dude, I want to sell the job. The guy's a player at 400. He ain't a player at 450. Like, help me out. And they're like, oh, listen, it's just above cost. There's nothing I can do. And then you DC it, and it was, and you finally you discount the labor just to sell the damn job.
Yeah, absolutely.
You coupon the labor. Yeah. Okay. And then you look at the cost, and it was 63, and they sell it to you for 110.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, dude, really? You couldn't go down to 90 and still make 50%?
Right.
The place is gonna be like the fucking house on Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Where it like goes into the earth there and like caves in, because you didn't charge the
Dude,
whole 100%.
they're so fucking cheap. They're like, you can't jackhammer a pin up their assholes. Over fucking $10.
Well, you go in there, they're like, hey, well, listen, you get your cut. I mean, I gotta get my cut. Your boss is gonna get his cut. The owner's got. Yeah. That's what they say. It's like, come on.
Maybe we should make them do the car washes.
Yeah.
Give them something to fucking do.
I think some of the hourly techs could do the car washes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're out there doing nothing else anyway.
Yeah, but you can say that, but I'm glad that I'm glad our dealership does not do car washes.
You should be.
I'm glad.
Yeah. I would give them a token. They can go somewhere else. You know what I mean? Because it becomes that company's liability.
Absolutely.
Their time, whenever they want to do it.
Yeah.
Like, here's a quarter. You know, go down to the mat down there.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, the same people that are asking you now, like, oh, you should wash my car, are going to be the same people saying, you know, I had $15.86 in my ashtray.
Oh, yeah, you ever get the baiters? Yeah, we call them the baiters, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you just randomly left a 20, like, hanging out in your console.
If I see people like that pull in and they have money visibly out, I will grab it and hand it to them.
Yeah.
I don't play that game.
Take all your valuables out now. Is there any cash or anything in the car you want to take out? Please do it now.
I had a fucking customer 3 weeks ago that they had the center console. They had a sticker on the center console, so like if you open it, it like would break.
Yeah, they should do that in Catholic school. When they had sleepovers, they taped the door.
Yeah,
so
right. So a customer got upset and said that I opened his center glove box or the tech did, and obviously
what was in the glove box, Steve?
I didn't.
Steve.
You know, I didn't.
What was in the glove box?
But it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people doing? Like, A, to think of something like that,
so
and to B, to actually execute that thought
Speaking
out.
of that, were you privy? This is awesome because it ties right together. To the woman who was convinced that somebody broke into her car and hid like surveillance cameras in her car. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Did you get to witness that this week at all?
I didn't.
I think she was working with somebody else on our team, but like, she had the police tear her whole car apart, and there's like, dude, there's nothing in the car. Like, she's just kooky.
Oh, you're gonna have to tell me the detail. I must not have
I don't
been
really
there.
know more of the details than that,
Wow.
but like.
Wow.
Like her whole car, she had like clawed her car apart, and then like
if a bear got in there.
right, like
Wow.
a badger, like cause in her mind,
A badger.
It was like I'm gonna reference Poltergeist again when the guy thought the maggots were crawling out of his skin, and he starts tearing his own fucking face off.
Yeah.
That was her with her car because
Wow.
she was convinced that somebody had hit a camera or cameras in her car.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
This person is driving around.
Next to your loved ones and my loved ones.
Yeah.
You know, this is probably
Fucking
the same
kooky.
psycho
Kook.
who sits in the fucking left lane doing 47
Kook.
with 19 fucking cars behind him.
Yeah.
He can't pull the
Speaking
fuck
of
over.
fucking cars, like,
Yeah.
and stupid shit, I'm driving here to the studio, and I'm going on the highway, and I'm already driving, and this person is pulling on and does not fucking yield.
Maybe
I couldn't move over because there was fucking cars on the
Right.
left.
Dude, they were
So I had to fucking slam on my brakes, and then we finally get off to like another, direction, and I fucking gunned it by her, and dude, she flips me off. Flips me off, dude.
She was probably
Because she didn't
hoping for a new car.
she didn't yield.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't yield, but she flips me off. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
She was probably hoping for you to hit her and get a new fucking car.
Probably.
Probably ruined her plans.
Or she was setting up her Bluetooth.
She was at the base of the on-ramp and she's like watching the cars go by. She's like, ready, go.
Or setting up her Bluetooth.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Couldn't figure it out.
Can we talk about Bluetooth?
Yeah.
It's almost as bad as tire pressure lights.
Not only that, but it's like you have a Civil War cell phone and you wonder why it sounds like
Yeah.
ass, you know?
Right.
You're on your Victorola. You're like, how come my Edison Victorola doesn't connect to my fucking
Yeah.
Bluetooth? You know?
I have a 2003 flip phone.
The
Flip phone.
The Flintstone phone.
The Cisco phone.
The Cisco bag phone. You know? I'm calling up Thong Song. Why won't it pair to my...
With the flip phone, remember if you had to fucking hit the fucking button 4 times to get an S?
Yeah.
Like
444.
And then they came out with the fucking, that bullshit like text to word thing where like it would kind of memorize what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
No.
I like my sentences were like fucking Chinese. It was like, just craziness, dude.
These people come in, man, and they're like, why isn't there's something wrong with this car? I just mean,
I bought a lemon.
it worked perfectly on my 09 with my 09 phone. It's like, well, yeah, you know.
Real quick, let me know where that. I want to talk to that chick with the camera. We should hide a camera in her car next time she comes in.
It's like, we could put
What are
our
they
sand
trying?
on our feet.
Yeah. What are they trying to fucking hook up the banana phone, dude? Like,
Yeah. we should do that. We should hide a camera in a random client car and we could all log in as a collective Sam feed. Just kidding. We wouldn't really do that. Or would we?
maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Could
Why not?
Put it in one of our cars.
Why not? The fucking government
You'd, like,
does it
walk
to
in and
us.
It's like, hey, fucking get the fuck out of the way, dick.
Just fucking blowing lines and shit.
Dude, if somebody ever put a camera in my car, I'd feel so bad for them. Like, they realize
Just
how
log in.
psychotic people really are.
I just hope you like my singing. That's all I do in a car is sing and
Yeah.
listen to tunes really
You're doing your
loud.
Gloria Estefan,
Yeah.
you know, like just wailing away.
Ricky Martin kid.
Yeah, I got some ice baby going. Some
Yeah.
vanilla ice
Yeah.
for the homies.
Vida Loca.
Yeah. Also, speaking of this week, my $1 million idea came was Elvis Presley singing gangster rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was doing that in all the drive this week, and so much trouble in LBC. Can't hide me a Snoopy or Double G. Whoa. It's brilliant.
Or hey, today, baby, I got your money.
Now, could you imagine going to Vegas and there was an Elvis impersonator singing gangster rap? You know, he'd have a residency at the Flamingo.
Or what? Elvis slam. Da, 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 da. Let the boys be boys.
Because you have to have gangster background rappers. So he'd be singing, they'd be like in the background, let the boys be boys!
Yeah, or they'd be like all doo-wopped out and like, let the boys be boys. Yeah, let the boys be boys. I just pictured an upright bass with like, so much trouble in the LBC.
Shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, shoot 'em up, yo!
How come this doesn't play on my Bluetooth?
How come don't bring in my Bluetooth? Don't you get down on my Bluetooth shoes.
The best one I've ever seen on your Twitter feed, though, was the one about my backup camera doesn't work. I went out and wiped the snow off the lens.
I had that on.
Weekly.
I just want to look in the camera. It's like, hello, people.
Steve.
Is that a very Conan move? Like,
Hey guys, this thing on? This on? This camera?
That's our video. That's our video producer, Matt.
There he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes.
Not like you've never seen me on video before.
Right.
Dude, it's the Bluetooth is just unbelievable, dude. It's fucking like I
Stupid.
don't have time for that, dude. I don't have fucking time for that.
My car has an analog clock. I don't know about your Bluetooth.
Fuck you, Bluetooth.
That's because it's classy, because it's a BMW,
I
okay?
don't fucking know, dude. Like, you know,
Movado doesn't make a fucking
Yeah.
digital.
maybe you shouldn't drive the car. If the car's smarter than you, like, just don't.
Yeah.
No.
This car is a lemon.
Oh yeah.
Do you think people legitimately know what the actual word lemon and like the actual definition of or everything that you have to do to deem a car a lemon? Do you think
Like a
they just
manufacturer-
throw that it's like a scare word,
Like
dude.
a manufacturer
Like-
sat there that day. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, hey, you know, we've done 135.
Let's just
fucking
fuck one up.
thousand of them.
Let's just fuck one
Let's
up.
just really give it to them on
Yeah,
this
let's
one,
just
you know?
fucking.
You know?
And you guys will see this all the time. Like, being a service provider and shit, and even when it's a piece of machinery that was made. Like,
Oh, hey, no, listen, they have quality control for that. I mean, they keep monitoring all this stuff, man. Like, listen, it's made by robots, not made by people.
and
so
guess
I mean,
what?
it's, you know.
Doesn't change the fact that it's still a piece of machinery and it
Oh,
can break
no,
at any
no.
second.
I mean, they bought an XYZ because they have a history of never
Yeah.
breaking, so.
The future generation, instead of Sears and Robux, it's gonna be Sears and Robots.
Yeah. Association with Kmart.
Yeah, mechanics, you want to give your job easy and get rid of the tool truck bill? Make
Yeah.
a robot that does the fucking job.
Yeah,
It'd
absolutely.
be like, remember that show, what was it, Small Wonder with Vicky the freaking robot?
What about that new robot movie that came out? It's like, how many fucking more robot movies are we gonna? How about robot porn? Like, that'd be awesome.
Combine, the animatronics of Jim Henson with real sex dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be awesome.
And make legalized prostitution.
To see,
Flash Night 2015.
so to see Kermit just wailing away on some vagina.
Do you think that if like that happened and they had like sex bots and like say Terminator happened, that the Terminators would bang the sex bots?
Probably.
Yeah, you'd have like robot sex.
Yeah,
Yeah, just random.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, maybe that's how they recharge. Imagine the only way they could recharge is they had to find like a Jim Henson animatronics real sex doll.
That's what I'm saying. Kermit would be running trains on shit, dude.
I just see Arnold out there with like some,
The last thing I want to think about is Kermit the Frog hanging out with some robot.
I love
Yeah, it's
Arnold.
already going on. Haven't you seen the Daft Punk video?
Love. No, that's. There you go.
Good thing that's on video.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna sneak in the shot with another camera here.
Cam.
Joel got excited about those flesh bots, and there's the fucking end of it.
That's what happens when you say Kermit around Joel.
Yeah. Joel, yeah.
Joel, put the gummy bears down and step away from the sandbox.
We all
please.
start out as a tadpole.
I ain't no monkey. I came from Jesus, bro.
Oh man,
I'm afraid
came
of
from
ghosts.
Jesus.
this show's really gone lowbrow today.
Yeah, it's speaking of low brow, it's about that time.
Really? Wow, that was an hour already.
Yeah,
Damn in hell.
yeah.
All right.
Yes, it was.
But again, Matt, thanks for.
Thank you guys for having me
Thank
on.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you for.
Just trying to get just the handshake on camera,
just, you know.
No, I'm just kidding. You guys, thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good to see you guys. Great
But
show.
what's the name of your company?
FYM Films.
Yeah.
Where can they find you?
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook at FYM Films.
All right.
Right on.
That's Frank Yo-Yo Mom.
You know what? Actually, I'll tell you real quick where it came from. It started off one night. We're all sitting in a fucking bar, and all my buddies are like, "Yeah, I'm gonna start the French Mafia." Talking about it. I'm like, I look at my buddy Reese, and I'm like, dude, fuck them. We got the Fuck You Mafia. Fuck everybody.
So there it is.
And
Fuck
that's
you,
how I
Mafia
started.
Films.
And then, and I just shortened it FYM, and
Yeah, right on. That makes sense.
I think,
There you go.
you can find us on Twitter too, Maddie_Juno.
Okay.
How do you, that's spelled the French way, right?
No, that's JUNO.
Just like the cheap ass web browser. Right.
Exactly.
I love it.
Fucking right. I like low budget, man.
Maddie_JUNO on Facebook, FYM Films.
And then you also
Yeah.
you can hit me at Matthew C. Juno too on my personal page, Matthew
Jesus.
Director.
All right, now you're
Oh,
gonna
he's
get
a-
you're gonna get all kinds of dick pics.
FYM Philip, please send the dick pics, only big ones.
You're gonna get. They're gonna be
Black ones too.
Photoshop
Yeah,
images
Warty.
of you sucking dick. No, we're gonna be
So yeah,
Listen, dude.
just send him
They don't need to
all your
Photoshop.
Robert Parrish pics.
Yeah, send them a Robert Parrish.
Yeah.
Send them to Robert Parrish.
No.
To any of those feeds that you
Any
just heard.
dick pics of Robert Smith, I'll take. Okay, Robert Smith and the Cure. I wanna
Lex,
see
you
if-
want
I
the
want to see if the
Lex?
fucking.
You want the Lex Steele?
Oh no! You know what? If someone could send me a Peter Steele Playgirl, I'd like to have that because I'm sure it's gonna be making
With a
money
Robert
someday.
Parrish smashed in the middle of it.
Yeah. Now Robert Parrish has to jerk off on the centerfold.
All right, we're ending the show with the thought of Robert Parrish masturbating.
It's been a
Peter Steele's Playgirl.
Have a fucking great week.
Find us on Facebook, facebook.com/ServiceAdvisorMemes, Twitter
Yeah.
at Advisor Memes. Go to our website, ServiceAdvisorMemes.com. Please click on the donation link, send us $1, whatever the hell you can,
Yeah.
because
FYM
it's
Films.
going to get better all the time. Yeah.
You know, Facebook us. You
Buy
know,
a Service
we'll-
Advisor Memes survival kit. Do
Get
that
the
too.
kit.
Go get it.
Later.
We'll see you next week.
Done and done.
Man, do I love how easy filming is these days.